Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and this is so hilarious to me. Let's see what you think of this. We have this article. 4 of 6 major Japanese video game developers see decline in profits. Sega, Bandai Namco, Konami, Capcom, Koei Tecmo, and Squanix. 4 of 6 of Japan's major video game companies have experienced declining profits in their game sectors in the past year, as reported by GameBiz. The analysis is based on financial results published by Bandai Namco Entertainment, Sega, Koei Tecmo, Capcom, Konami, and Squeenix for the first 3 quarters of 23, April to December 23. Bandai Namco saw their operating income from their digital business sectors fall by 96.5%. Now, I don't know if this article is going to say it, I don't think so. Bandai Namco announced that they are going full ESG. They blatantly admitted to investors and public opinion that they are censoring at in-house for the global audience, which is non-existent. So I find it interesting that yeah, Bandai Namco has lost a lot of income, and they can't blame inflation. They can't blame the economy going into shit because when the economy is been like that since 2020, and the increase in income when it comes to video games increased around that time because people were in their own house, and on top of that, that's when even some normies started to realize that they were censoring, they were pushing for the woke agenda in Japanese video games. And another sample is Squeenix, but well, let's continue. Experiencing a dramatic increase in profit, this is partially a reactionary drop caused by the hit past title Elden Ring, but it also is the result of the new online game failing short of expectations. Blue Protocol? Yeah, I already talked about that shit, and they even censored it. They hired it as a director, a chief in operations inside Bandai Namco, a fucking ex-executive from Amazon, and they wonder why they are failing. Oh yeah, I know why. They are just delaying that piece of crap because they keep censoring. They find ways to censor the game even more, making less appealing. But you know how they operate. Let's continue. Furthermore, the company reported that the cancellation of more than 5 new titles and other factors led to a loss of 21 billion yen. How is that ESG, motherfucker? Sega Sammy posted a 58% decline in operating income from their entertainment sector. Despite a boost in sales coming from the acquisition of Rovio Entertainment, the company's new titles underperformed and were unable to make up for declining sales of existing titles. Sega has also decided to cancel the development of Hyenas. You know that fucking drag pedophile HDTV style of fucking battle royale. They spent so much fucking money, and even Sega of Japan said, "No, cancel that shit, shut it down. It's going to kill us. Actually, they will destroy our company." And it's a reality, but well, they keep doubling down on ESG. One of the prime examples is even though that fucking franchise least the new entry because normies started to buy into Yakuza games. Yakuza Like a Dragon 8, Infinite Wealth, that shit in censor has woke nonsense, localization, and censorship. And even if that game sold better than the previous installments, when people finally realized that yeah, they fucked that up, And still, the little of a white pill is that the next game that's coming up is not going to sell as much as they are expecting. And I even dare to say that probably even less. Because, well, Yakuza fans, they know that that franchise ended when Nagoshi left, and with reason. Let's continue. Koei Tecmo's operating income from their entertainment sector fell by 10.6% to 20 billion yen. Ah, Koei Tecmo. They destroyed Dead or Alive, Ninja Gaiden, Fatal Frame, and censorship, my global audience, and then going full ESG. The older stuff is what keeps selling, but not the new one, that's for sure. Sales were boosted by the release of bigger titles such as. Oh, sorry, excuse me, I jumped among the lines here. Despite the release of Fate Samurai Remnant, their earnings were mainly driven by sales of past titles and mobile games. Because yeah, even if they are in charge of Fate, I remember they were in charge of Fairy Tail. That game that they launched day one censorship patch. Ah, fucking hell. Let's continue. On the other hand, Koei Tecmo declared that they will be focusing on major titles, and they have Rise of the Ronins launch slated for March 22, which is expected to influence profits. I heard not good stuff from that game. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to resolve at this point. Yeah, but it's hilarious. Koei Tecmo is losing money in new titles. That's where they're going to decline. Not even that was they're going to save it from disgrace. Well, they already fell in disgrace, but they are still holding it because of the wealth of their gacha games. Not for much longer. Oh, but we have one. Fucking Squeenix. Squeenix likewise reported a drop of income, seeing a 28% decline in profits from their digital entertainment sectors. I remember this company lost like what 80%, or I'm exaggerating, the last year of the revenue of the stock market. Yeah, I think it was the stock market around that insane amount of percentage for a public company to just going into waste, and that was because of Final Fantasy VI and Forspoken. Sales were boosted by the release of bigger titles such as Final Fantasy XVI. Yeah, we already know that you fucked that up. The Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster series. This one pisses me off so much. So, already fucking ports with not whatsoever remastered or polished touches there. Nothing at all. For like $70, you motherfucker! Jesus Christ! And even without integrating the content from the Game Boy Advance titles, well, the releases where they extended the content of the main titles from the Nest. Oh fucking hell! Dragon Quest Monsters, which is the main director that were with Dragon Quest, just left the company. Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince, and others. But MMO and mobile game related sales dropped in comparison to the previous year, while advertising and development costs were more pronounced. They fucking closed so many gachas, and actually there were a lot of people fucking pissed because they closed Xenohalis from in the West and inside Japan. This company just keep destroying themselves. The analysis by GameBeast also reports that big guns were not the only ones affected. Other Japanese video game focused companies such as Marvelous, they are irrelevant at this point. They fucking destroyed Senran Kagura. I know Sony did, but well, who were the ones who sold the deal with exclusivity and other titles and even more censorship for on Hyperdimension Neptunia with those patches to even patch censoring older games. It's already documented. Check out Censored Gaming. They censored names and dialogues and even customs. Jesus Christ. And Nippon Ichi Software also saw losses. On the bright side, Capcom's other game sector's profit grew by 37% to 47.3 billion yen. I already stated that Capcom is just a dog shit company and how they are just westernizing everything, but well, since part of their games are still decent to certain degree, I have to admit that, and you have a lot of normies or people that they are just going to cock themselves and ignore the fact that yeah, censorship, ESG, the woke nonsense is being insert, the strong women's, but well, compared to the other companies, that's all I'm going to say. Capcom expanded their gaming division compared to the other companies mentioned. Those previous companies that were mentioned in the article, they were catering to a specific audience, a very specific one, and they fucked that up. That's the reality. Even if Capcom drops CSG, they are not going to be affected, or they're just go even for that. It doesn't matter at this point. Compared to the other companies, Capcom still have money ahead because well, the Stick Fighter still sold well, 2.98 million units, and sales of existing Monster Horror titles. Yeah, sales of Resident Evil 4 remake, and the company is getting ready to release the highly anticipated Dragon's Dogma 2, which is in reality, yeah, it is anticipated. Incidentally, Capcom recently announced that they will be increasing their starting salaries for new graduates significantly as well as giving raises and bonuses to existing employees. Because they don't want to let that talent out that, well, I think they can put this in video games. Because, well, Capcom from a decade ago, you know how they fucked that up so much. Konami Group Corporation, oh well, is they're fucking irrelevant at that point. Well, if football, how a football game where the ball is not actually working as intended. Oh man. Reportedly saw profits of their digital entertainment sector soar by 49% to 50.9 billion yen. The company successfully launched the Japan exclusive Momotaro Densetsu World Shikyo wa Kibou, the Mawatru. I felt that. Momotaro. I just going to say that. And Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. While their mainstay titles such as eFootball 24 and Professional Baseball Spirits are remaining strong. Well, at least they corrected course. I think they were just ditching the fucking Fox engine. With the exception of Capcom and Konami, and it's quite hilarious to me that Konami is doing well. But since they keep grabbing their hands up the license of soccer, even if they manage to put Lionel Messi as the cover for the main title, well, yeah, that is going to make money because they sell microtransactions. But there you have it, people. Four companies that will, even if you call not the same catering to global audiences, to diversifying your sectors. Capcom did, Konami fucked that up, but they were keeping afloat with eFootball and Pro Evolution Soccer. Well, it's now eFootball now. This they are not saying that they are just doing far worse, but well, two companies actually making money from the new titles or remasters. Well, in this case, Konami keep selling remasters. Capcom is making remakes and and sequels. But the other ones, even if they're making something new, the main audience is just flat out gone. But well, that's pretty much everything I needed to say here. Everyone who watched this video, I hope you have a pretty good day.